they will be short and relatively very sweet. Because under circles, we are talking about circumference. And I suppose we might want to define and make sure that you remember these things from past years. If you have a circle, there's usually 4 different things we talk about with circles. One of them is the diameter, which goes all the way through. One of them is the radius, which is half of the diameter, which just goes from the center out. And one of them is this little thing we like to call circumference, which is, what is the circumference of a circle? Circumference of a circle is the distance around a circle. And in math, we have a handy-dandy little formula for circumference. What is it? Circumference of a circle we're going to change that to actually the right spelling. Circumference of a circle equals the diameter times what? Anybody? Tyler?
3.14 pi.
No, usually we call it pi. Some guy figured out if you take the diameter of a circle and multiply it by pi, you get the circumference. Or what they probably did a whole bunch of experiments, took the circumference or the distance around the circle, divided by the diameter, and they kept getting this root 3.14 number. Now you have to remember if you see that they don't ask you to keep it in terms of pi. Your 2 choices, boys and girls, for pi, you can either use pi, and the book will usually tell you which one to use. You could either use 3.14, or you can use 22 over 7. Why would you want to use 22 over 7? Anybody? Wait.
If the distance around is a mixed number.
Yes, maybe no. You want to use the fraction if the diameter, use the fraction if the diameter is a multiple of 7. In other words, this. See how nice and easy this is? Let's say you've got a circle and its diameter is 14. Well, I know that circumference equals pi times diameter. If I use 22 over 7 times 14 over 1, how much easier is it to just go, oh, 7 goes into 14 twice, cross cancels, and I'm left with the circumference of 44, rather than taking circumference equals 3.14 times 14, which is a longer multiplication thing that doesn't work out as nicely. So if it is a fraction or a multiple of 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, use the fraction because the fraction will cross off, leaving you with a nice handy number as opposed to a big long decimal. What question do they ask us here? Oh, and the other thing to remember is sometimes they don't use the word circumference in math. Sometimes they will talk about how far does a 10-inch radius wheel travel in one turn. Nowhere there do I see the word circumference, but if I draw this out, here's my 10-inch radius wheel. What are they asking me? They're asking me that if I set it here on the ground's right here, and I spin it one time, or roll it one time, how far will it travel? Well, that is the circumference, that's the distance around that thing. So you would use circumference equals pi times diameter. Now would I use the fraction or would I use the decimal here? Since this is not a multiple of 7, I would probably use the decimal. Circumference equals 3.14. What's the diameter? Abram? 20 because the radius is 10. And you multiply that out and you go at 62 point. What is it? 3.14 times 20, 0, 8 to 62.8 inches. So if you have a 10-inch wheel, in one turn it would go about 5 feet. Yes, 5